Great transition.
No,
Let's talk about catfishing.
That is a different topic. Though. That's crazy.
Y'all catfish us with filters. When we meet y'all catfish us with makeup.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Some dudes that catfish you with the appearance of having a car. I mean having money. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, yo, you can't even pay the tab. That's catfish too. But the amount of catfish that we get from women. Oh my God. It's when I see them at the restaurant and you're not who I came, I'm like, sorry, this seat is for someone else.
Yeah.
I've never asked anyone to come out and have dinner with me and not be the person. You say there's somebody. This is for somebody. Like, no, I'm like, it's not you. Like, that's not. I'm looking for this lady. Like. Welcome to the Whoop-de-Whoop Bareback Splash Gang podcast.
TND talk. Yeah.
AKA TND talk.
Why are we saying TND talk? It's JND.
You started TND. I thought I got kicked off the show.
Too much. I saved his name as too much. I don't even use his name anymore.
I thought I got kicked off the show. I was like, I don't know who T is, but whoever that is, fuck him.
Mr. Too Much. That's where the T is coming from.
That's where the T comes from?
Yeah. So how should we introduce it?
We're already... Yes.
I can't even say
Welcome to the Bareback.
No.
Welcome to the Bareback Splash Gang podcast.
Welcome to the
Or that. How would you say that? How is that in Amharic? Bareback.
A what?
Bareback. I have no idea. So look, think about this. Like, look, no, this is great. This is perfect. Keep all this.
What is a bear in
Amharic? Bareback. Like, think about your bare skin.
Oh, I thought he said an actual bear.
No, like your bare skin and the back. Let's give Docho a moment.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Oh my God. I really was thinking.
Show is about. No. So you have to understand it.
Right.
A bear. What do you say a bear in Amharic?
Bear.
No, a bear, like the animal bear.
A bear, the animal?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't think any of those is in.
I don't think it's in Ethiopia.
Yeah. If you see a bear in Ethiopia, I think everybody would be pretty concerned. Like, what the fuck is this animal doing here?
Like, we need to do research on that. Seriously, I had no idea. Okay, so a bareback. What do you call this then?
Bear skin. What do you call your bear skin?
Koda?
Koda? I know how you say back.
This is horrible.
How you say back? Huh? Say it together.
Bado Koda.
Bado Koda.
Bado Koda?
Bareback.
Bado Koda.
I mean, is there covered skin?
And how do you say splash?
I mean,
so does that mean like?
Oh my God.
Does that mean uncovered skin? Is that what you? Uncovered skin back.
How do you say splash? Bado Koda.
Barakoda.
Marachat. Yes.
Huh?
We're just gonna stick. We're gonna.
Bado Koda Marachat.
Oh, he just created a whole different language right there. Okay.
Barakoda.
Oh my God, I need tissue. This is too.
Bareback Splash Gang, welcome to the podcast. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Jay, and your girl.
Welcome to J&D Talk, guys. Mwah.
She messed that up. That was your part to say it's your girl.
The bareback, whatever. I'm not rolling with that, so I'm gonna roll.
All right, so we're gonna just start over saying.
Did we start?
Yeah, we're just live.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. One more time.
Welcome back to our podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode. Episode number 2. We made it all the way to 2.
Drum rolls, and we survived. Okay, we were still.
Docho did not kick me off after the first one, so it looks like we're doing pretty good.
But I do have some gray hairs growing, but it's okay.
It's good.
I got you, yeah.
I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to gain gray hairs, and we're also gonna. I don't know if we're gonna.
I see it as a therapy session, and I feel like everyone should be able to have their podcast and start talking and just
And Lord knows she loves to talk. I'm just saying.
You're the one to say that.
The
but
Lord
it's
knows.
okay. I got
the
you.
Lord knows.
Yeah, the Lord knows. Yes.
So what are we talking about today, Docho?
Well, to be honest with you, I want to talk about your birthday celebration last night.
Oh my God.
This guy is turning 45. I know he looks young for 45, but he just hit that 4 or 5 yesterday. No, seriously though, we went out yesterday. How old did you turn? How young did you turn? Okay.
I turned 33.
I know. Maturity is kicking in. Good for you.
It was a good time. Yeah. A lot of people came out. You know, friends, family. We had so that's why we're not drinking on this episode, because we may drink later, but right now
coffee would be great.
Now the liquor is still in the system.
Yeah,
it's working its way through.
Oh my God. Yeah. But you know, going out clubbing is great when you're like 19, 20. I'm gonna speak for majority of us, but once you hit like late 20s and 30s, your body does not function the same way, because I'm still trying to like recover from it right now.
But it's people that club like regardless of what age they are, because here's the thing.
How do they do that?
You just club differently. So like when you're young, you're just like shots. But when you get older, you're a little bit more like, nah, let me just get a bottle or two. You know what I'm saying? You do it differently.
Shot. It just takes you the whole night to complete.
Yeah, I guess when you're older, you just don't want to wait for the shot to get to your table. So you just
order the whole bottle.
Yeah, you just order the bottle so you can pour yourself a shot. Yeah, you know.
Oh my God. But it was
different.
It was fun.
But when you're younger, also you get a lot of mixed drinks. You want to try, like when you're younger, that's the only time you would say Blue Hurricane. Ooh, that must be a great drink. Mm-hmm. When you're older, you're like, I don't want anything with food coloring inside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want straight liquor. Like
sweet. Yes.
I mean, well, she still likes her sweet, but it's like if it's like they used to have the drinks that would have like 2 different tone colors in it. No,
it's so pretty though.
I would not do that.
Super pretty.
At my age, I'd be like, nah, son, that looked like a bad decision in multiple colors. Like.
Technically it is though, but we had a great time. I think at the same time, so aside from like the drinking, the music or anything like that, it's the people you hang out with. They just make the environment and the vibe really nice. So it was nice.
Yeah, and it was well planned out. It was great. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody.
Happy early birthday!
Thank you.
For those that would like to know, he is a Gemini. Yes, pray for him and whoever that he come across.
Right.
Just for him. So please, ladies, do not hate on me if you're a Gemini. Okay, thank you. Wow.
Ladies love Geminis.
Who said?
They said.
No one likes Geminis at all.
Everyone loves.
But
Geminis.
your ego's telling you that, but it's fine. That's
is
fine.
that what it is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, since we're gonna edit this part, it's fine. All right. Blooper. Bloop.
What happened?
Okay. So now. As I was saying, majority like my exes are actually Aquarius. We're compatible. Isn't it shocking?
All of them?
What do you mean all of them?
No, I'm just mean like all of your exes.
Isn't it shocking? Like the serious relationship that I was in. Yes.
Wow.
I had no idea, and afterwards, but yes, we are compatible with air. The air signs we're compatible. I think we're compatible with Geminis too. So me and you are compatible? No, I mean. How are we compatible? Do you see us right now? That's not compatible.
But you're making my point about you're making my point about zodiacs.
But I don't think I would ever date an Aquarius ever again. Like absolutely not.
According to your record, that's where you're going.
I'm gonna make sure it's not gonna happen again.
Okay.
Yeah, it
might not be a serious relationship then. My exes, I've had 2 exes that were
Scorpio.
Leos.
Oh.
I've had 2 that was Scorpion. I guess I'm so it's like Scorpio.
He likes them crazy. That's why.
Scorpios are like November and December.
Yeah. Late October, November. Late October and mid.
No.
Like mid.
Okay. Yeah. So they were like they were in November, and then July is Leo, right? Like July 20 something Leos. Is Leo. Yes. Yeah. So I've had 2 of those and 2,
Those are like the strongest personality, like from the signs. So
I like strong personalities.
But I think you need someone that's like, because you already have a strong personality, you need the opposite. So you can balance in a sense. I feel like two strong personalities will clash. It's like me.
Hey man, who doesn't like a toxic relationship? Got to be clashing. If we ain't clashing, what are we doing?
No, I do not want no toxic relationship at all. That's like another headache.
That's how we know we're alive. We sitting there, let's just like, yo.
The thing about Geminis though, they need some type of entertainment. Oh my God, they get bored so easily. Who
doesn't need some type of entertainment?
Not like that though.
What sign is gonna say, nah, entertainment, I'm good?
We need a La La Land. Libras, we want romantic stuff, something
that's
calm.
Also entertainment.
No, romance?
Yes.
Yeah, instead of toxic relationship, we would rather have a romantic relationship, like something.
I think that's just your girl side speaking. Would
you
rather
want me
have
to
romantic?
Speak like a man then? I don't know what
We're asking a man right now.
Okay.
Would I prefer romantic over toxic? Yes.
Would you prefer romance over entertainment?
No, don't change the word. It's toxic.
We were talking about entertainment.
Because because it's toxic, it's entertainment for you, right?
No, I didn't get that. I was saying like I need a girl who's like entertaining. Like it has to be something where it's just like either we're gonna be. I just don't want someone who's just like falls in line. Like it's just like everything we.
What does that mean, falls in line?
Like, I want her to have a personality.
I mean, I think everyone has a personality, but you need...
strong personality. Like, someone who can have a personality, but they're just like, oh, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to let myself
Don't you think two strong personality clashes, though? Like, in a negative way at some point?
No, all the time. I don't think so. I think two strong personalities can just be, you can be a dynamic duo. You know what I mean? You're just like, yo, if I'm down, she's up. If I'm up, she's down. If she's down, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like that. Like, if I'm not thinking on my, if I'm not on my, mojo, she's on her mojo at the moment. Or both of us are on our mojo at the same time. And it's like, I don't know. I need that. I feel like I would want that.
I'm with opposite attract, to be honest with you, and that doesn't mean one has to be high all the time, but let's just balance at the end of the day. But opposite attract to keep the balance, to be honest with you.
So when I wake up in the morning, the center of life is growing, accomplishments, goals. That's my center. When I see a female, that's what I'm thinking. Like we was talking about this too at the dinner. We was like, you never seen a girl get her ass and boobs done and you see her in a bathing suit and you think, wow, she must be a straight A student. No, you're going to see that and be like, damn, I bet she can fuck. Or like, damn, I would like to hit that. No girl ever gets their body done and all that stuff so that they can be smarter. No, they just want to look better sexually. It's a sexual appeal. Like if you can get implants in your brain, the reason why that's not, you probably can, but the reason why that's not an industry is because no one wants to pay to get smarter. No one's gonna be like, yo, implant an extra brain cell into my brain that's gonna make me more valuable in society. No one thinks like that. Women don't think like that. Women think if my boobs are bigger, I could get more attention. If my ass is bigger, I can get more attention. Have you
wondered so I understand where you're coming from, but everything a woman, majority of the females, when they get those things done, it's not for the men. It's to make ourselves happy. Regardless.
I never said it was for the man.
I'm just saying.
Never said. No.
To get attention. That's the same thing.
It's not for the men. I mean, a portion of it is to get a man's attention. Because we talked about that, right? We talked about women make themselves up. They put makeup on. They do all that stuff. We said it was for to in competition with other women. And then y'all was like,
it could be for multiple reasons, but majority of us really it's because we put makeup on, not for anybody at least nowadays. We're doing it to make ourselves feel good about ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that. But when a guy sees you,
it's like
with
saying,
makeup,
let me say,
with
there's
makeup
a quote
on,
that
he's not thinking to himself.
So you know how men, the way to attract females is to have either drive a nice car, have a lot of money, so and so.
Right.
So you do all those stuff to attract females like that. So in a way, you're doing your own thing to try to attract females, or to make yourself feel good, or feed your ego, whatever the case is. Females, some females would do the same thing as well.
Right, but there's a difference between I'm going to acquire something to make people like me, or to put on a persona that's gonna attract me more females, right? And or attract me the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever you're into, right? But there's another thing to say, I'm going to change my appearance, my physical appearance, to attract someone. That's what we were talking about. That's insecurity.
No,
that's insecurity, that you wake up in the morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and that's not good enough.
What
and
do
that's
they say?
why
If you're not happy, if you wake up and see something and you don't like what you see, you change it. At the end of the day, I think it's about self more than anything. But that's not even changing, because when you go take a shower, it's going back. You're resetting. It's gonna go back to. So you never changed it. What are you talking about?
So you're talking about your face.
Your makeup.
Makeup. Right.
Okay, that's the
so
thing,
if you wake up in the morning and you don't like what you see,
if putting makeup on at that time makes us feel good, that's all we needed. It doesn't have to be permanent. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. But
it's like getting a shot. You want to get tipsy to get that feeling. You take a shot. I'm sure when you sober up, you're not going to be in the same mood or vibe. No, you're not. So it's the same thing. It's a moment that you get to make yourself feel better. Well, you're always high anyway, or drunk, so it really doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, but at the end of the day. At the end of the day, drinking.
You have to edit that part, by the way.
Drinking. No, it's fine. Drinking, smoking. It's a moment.
Leisure thing. So you purchase those drinks, you get high to get a certain high or feel to it, right?
Right, but there's a thing. If there's levels to it. Mm-hmm. So now, if someone is so depressed because they haven't drank, or they get frustrated, or they can't, they're sad because they haven't drank or haven't smoked. That becomes a problem. It becomes like now this is an addiction. Now this is something you need to work on. I feel like society, I'm not saying it's women's fault. I'm not saying that it's men's fault. I'm just saying society in general are teaching women, when you wake up in the morning, like whatever you see, even if you're not happy with it, you can change it. In your face, your body.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Rather than us saying more, be who you are.
Of course,
respect who you are. And I'm not saying saying that you can't have makeup on. Of course you can do makeup. But it's the ones who can't get out of the house without makeup at all.
Let me tell you something. It's part of marketing and how the system actually sets life.
Oh no! I thought you were saying putting on makeup was marketing.
No, I mean not marketing,
but what you marketing?
It's products, selling products, selling images and stuff like that. And we're influenced by celebrities, social media. Every day you swipe to the point everyone is becoming like twins at this moment. I can't tell who is what. Listen, that's crazy.
Y'all catfish us with filters. When we meet y'all catfish us with makeup.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Some dudes that catfish you with the appearance of having a car. I mean having money. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, yo, you can't even pay the tab. That's catfish too. But the amount of catfish that we get from women, oh my God, it's crazy.
Good job, ladies.
We getting catfished on the internet. When we meet y'all dolled up. We just like, damn, that's a pretty woman. And then you take her home, wake up in the morning, you be like, bro, what you doing in my bed? Like,
there's nowadays, of course, it's been a while. We're so late with it, but there's makeup. A lot of them said, hey, to find out a female's true beauty, you have to take her to the pool, like to the beach or something like that.
Sheesh.
Now they have a waterproof makeup, so no matter what, the makeup would not come off.
Still catfishing in the pool.
That is so cool, though. I mean, yes, that's
cool.
That's entertainment for me, because that's why you should not. Like, I get it. Like, don't judge a person by their appearance. Get to know them and love them for who they are instead of their appearance. So that's a win-win. Like, it's a good thing.
So you think we deserve it?
Awesome. Yes.
That's crazy to me.
Get to know the person deep down. Don't just take, don't try to approach it. Yes, attraction comes first, but still.
Do you think you have a different like do you think sometimes before and after you put on your makeup, are you the same person?
Sadly, yes. I'm still the crazy person that I don't know.
So without your makeup, you're still the same type of attitude.
I would not take more selfies, that's for sure. But yes, I'm the same person.
That's a large part of your personality.
No.
Every time we see Docho, she like.
Yes, who doesn't want to have? So
But
you have
that's
to
part of your
understand.
personality.
Let me
if
explain
you don't
to
have makeup
so
on,
let me
and
tell
that
you
part is
something.
gone.
Social media, not a lot of people put their not so good part of their life or image, right? So social media is supposed to be somewhat of you're branding your image or whatever the case is. Of course, you're gonna put pictures that you look great in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why would I put a picture of, not that I'm ashamed of it. I'm not. I can wake up, FaceTime you and stuff like that. Well, depending on the person, but I'm not ashamed of it. It's just that there's no need for me to put a picture of me without makeup. It just makes no sense. So why?
Because that's you.
Does that make sense to you? So,
right, but when I see them at the restaurant and you're not who I came, I'm like, sorry, this seat is for someone else.
No. Yeah.
I've never asked
No.
anyone to come out and have dinner with me and not be the person.
You say
that
there's
I'm talking
somebody.
to.
This is for somebody.
Like, no, I'm like, it's not you. Like, that's not. I'm looking for this lady. Like, I would do that. Thank God I never had to. I never had to, but I'll just be like, you're not the person I'm looking for. They'll be like, no, we met you. It's not you.
Yeah.
And the shorty that I'm looking for don't show up, I'm leaving. Like,
Men are stressed. Oh my God. They're a headache. We're not recording this, right?
We are.
we should.
Oh.
Women are stressed. Everybody knows women stress each other out.
They do.
They stress you. Like, I've never, like, if me and Kush was like, yo, we going out, I would never call you and be like, yo, what are you wearing? How's that going to determine what I'm wearing? But women would call each other and be like, yo, what are you wearing? Are you wearing blue or black? It's like,
What?
y'all don't do that?
No.
Yes, you do.
No. If we see it on social media, that'd be like, are they going out together? Like, I'm trying
Mary,
to understand.
we was literally driving to my birthday dinner, and at least 2 people called you and asked you what you're wearing.
What?
I mean,
Bruh.
No, it was raining.
you forget?
No, it's not. Okay, so no. In a sense, because it was the restaurant, they said wear business casual, right? And we're going out to a restaurant. Who wants
And we
to
saw people
do,
in there with
like-
sneakers and
yeah, so they
sweatpants.
were not specific of what kind of outfit. It wasn't to like match or anything like that. And
No.
it was raining, so you cannot wear like flower short dress.
Listen, when the girls called her and asked her, what are you wearing? She didn't say, I'm wearing, I don't even know if it was leather pants.
I said pants because it's raining, black because I don't want to get it dirty. That's it.
When they called her, she said, I'm wearing all black.
Okay.
all black everything, huh?
I had to. It's raining.
What does that have to do with the condition of the weather? I'm wearing
It was
all black.
raining, so usually it gets wet. So you don't want, if I were to wear like different like blue, anything that shows like a rain on my clothes, I don't want to do that.
My point
So
was,
your point is that because females communicate, you have an issue with that. So I don't get it. Like what is the issue in a female calling to find out what outfit that I'm wearing or not?
I feel like that's very stressful.
Who's it stressful for?
I feel like you're not stressed yourself and you don't even know it.
No, I feel like you stress yourself because you're stressed about the things that we're doing. Why are you even associating yourself in that? No one is calling you, asking you what you're wearing. So why are you even involving yourself in a situation where you're not supposed to, and now you're stressed about it?
Wow.
So guys stress themselves out. We don't do anything with it, okay?
And you didn't sound stressed at all when you said any of those things that you just said.
No, it's the drink and you combined. Oh my God, I can't just.
So which one is stressing you more, the drink or me?
The fact that you not being in your own lane, you keep involving yourself in situations that does not involve you, and you try to blame females for the stress that you created your own self. So that's it.
But you just said that men stress women out.
Oh my God, I can't please. I just said exactly what I needed to say. Me, a female calling to check in what I'm wearing should not stress you at all.
I think that's a stressful situation to be put in.
Why? Why would you feel that way? Did anyone call you and ask you what you're wearing and why you're wearing what you're wearing?
That's why I'm not stressed.
Then why are you involving that in a female condition?
The topic is stress, how women are stressing themselves.
We didn't stress. You stressed about it.
But you just said that men are the reason for women's stressing. And I made a comment saying that women stress their own self out.
A, right here.
Yes. I'll be exhibit A. I'll stress the fuck out of any girl. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know what they do?
What?
They stay right here. They be like, damn, I'm coming back for more stress.
No, not stress. You kind of make it up for it. You stress them, but at the same time, you make them laugh. So it's like a balance. Okay, you know what? He stressed me out, but in a way, he made it out because he made me laugh. So you have a balance of those two.
And I got a big dick, so they always come back.
Why are you not? You're like, yeah. Mo was like, yes, me.
He's like, yeah. He's like, nah. If the dick is right, she gonna come back. She don't care how much you stress her. That's see.
How did this topic went from female stressing to?
Why can't you? What makes you? What makes it? What is that so far fetched to believe that a woman would still come back to a nigga that stresses her out because he fucks her good? How's that so far fetched?
Because we're talking about a female from the beginning, right?
Okay.
You're about outfits. Females stress about a whole lot of a lot of things, and yet we went around going back to having intercourse in a sense as a source of problem solving situation, and it's not.
No, I didn't say it was a problem solving. I said
actually that's one of the reasons that it creates stresses. Like having sex is one of the reasons that people stress as well.
Not for men. We only stress when we're not having sex. Mm-hmm. Y'all stress when y'all not having sex, when y'all have sex with somebody, and then y'all catch emotions. Y'all start stressing. Y'all stress when somebody that y'all like don't give y'all.
That's for sure.
Y'all stress when somebody that y'all like don't give y'all enough sex.
I feel like a lot of boys tend to mislead and yet trying to be the victim of it all, and that should not be it.
You said a lot of boys?
Yeah.
It's the shade for me. Uh-huh. She's been calling us boys all day long.
Hold on. I'm only calling you a boy if you think it applies to you, by the way. I'm not pointing at him, or you. But if it fits, if the shoe fits, honey,
you should wear it. Exactly. No, if you think you're a boy, then you're a boy. But I'm always make the argument from a man's standpoint. Because I'm that man.
Why we don't see eye to eye, because I don't think that's the case, though. But it's okay.
So you're saying you don't think I'm a man? That's what you just said.
It's not about me.
No, but
I said if that's the case.
Listen, I will not leave here today and be like, Docho don't think I'm a man, and it's going to change my life. Absolutely not.
You should, though. You should definitely think of it that way.
This is how women stress themselves.
I'm really not stressed.
Things like that don't stress me. Now, if I called her a little ass girl, I'm pretty sure it's going to retain in her brain a little longer than her calling. I didn't even think you was calling me a boy. I just thought you was calling guys boys.
If you were to call me that, it would not faze me. You know why? Because I know who I am and I know my worth. So whatever you tell me is not going to define me.
See, I didn't have to say all that about me being called a boy. I was just like,
because you're accepting the fact that you are one.
I was
but
like,
it's
clearly
okay.
You're not talking about me.
Is this an argument? Is this a debate? Or what is it?
It's a little bit of both. It's a debatement.
I cannot. Okay, it's fine. So what were we talking about?
A debatement.
Oh my God. You see, I think it's best to stay. I'm all for being single at this point. I used to think, hey, I'll go, without relationship, I would not be happy. But oh my Lord, the peacefulness, the calmness that comes with being single is beyond me, to be honest with you.
Cat!
Why?
Yo, what were we talking about the other day?
Yeah.
Women cannot be happy. I mean, like, it's like, no, I take that back because I don't want them, coming after me. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Please come after him. Thank you.
Please come for me. I'm waiting.
Oh my God.
Slide in my DM when you come for me and leave your number. But I feel like, it's just hard for me to hear a woman say, I'm happy being single and believe it.
That's the thing, though. Like, I wish that was untruth. I wish that was untruth. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was like, okay, I'm lying. nowadays dealing with the type of men that are out there, not even just boys at this point, it's like there is no a clear structure of what a relationship should be. I feel like majority of us are confused. So instead of being in that confusion, it's best to be solo. Like, honestly, just enjoy, have good company, and try to live your life. Yes, if the person were to be there, the right person, no, I'm dead serious. If the right person was to show, okay, yes, of course we want to be in a relationship.
I feel like early in this podcast, I said something about not being in meaningless relationships.
Yeah, and I agreed with you.
And the one thing I was trying to say is that because I don't want to be in a relationship doesn't mean I'm not going to have sexual needs.
That was not, so that conversation was not about relationships. It was more so I feel like sex is it's overplayed in a sense, okay? It's
you must not be having sex correctly.
That's the thing though, like I feel like everyone just goes
the type of sessions I be having. Oh Lord.
I'm a virgin. I do not have sex. I do pray a lot, at least 3 times a day.
She's praying on that dick.
No, oh my, Junior. I swear to God.
She's praying that
he does not speak for me. Thank you. He speaks for himself and the other girls that he deals with. However, what I'm saying is that I feel like there's more to life than sex, honestly. Yes, I mean sex is natural. Like that's us. That's how life is. But we always focus on that one point, and I think there's more to life than that.
I think what happens is when we see a woman, it's, you know, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but when we see women, it's reproductive reasons or sexual like it's just like, is this gonna be, like, serious people are gonna be like,
let me ask you now, I'm sorry to cut you off, okay? Right now at your at this point in your life, you're 33, right?
Can we stop?
He's 33. 33. Hey,
and you're 29.
And June 1st, yes. I can't wait to be 30, and I can't wait to be 40 though. So it's taking forever to be 30.
You're 40, but
can I just round it and say I'm 30?
I think at 29 you can round it up and just say
yes, but I can't wait. Like I've been waiting for 30.
But you're not gonna be 30 until you're 30. But go ahead, say what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna round it and say I'm 30. Whoopsie, it happens. So
that's the Docho collection for you. Make sure you get
it just fell, so it's not a good time to advertise.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me find.
The joint said Marshalls don't fall off like that, but by the way, she's wearing her own collection today, looking beautiful as always. But
yes, filter, but I got some makeup on. You know, he talked about
AKA the original filter.
I bet you guys, if I don't show up with the makeup on, he's gonna be like, "What's wrong with you? Did you get some rest?" You know, he's just gonna blow him off. But it's okay.
I showed up with makeup. You don't think I look like I got enough rest? Do I? Oh, I look tired.
Between drunk, tired, and a little bit of homelessness, but it's okay.
even with the clean fade, I got my fade and I still look homeless. Oh man, I can't do that. See, that's why women are single.
Because we keep it real. It's okay. It's better to keep it real and move forward.
Y'all don't know the difference between a nigga who got his own shit and a nigga who's homeless. Y'all end up with y'all end up dating niggas like because he got all this flash and shit going on at the moment, and then when you get home, that's when you get catfish. That's when the filter comes off. You see what I'm saying?
I hope you don't think all females are like that, by the way.
About what?
Like based on like materialistic stuff. It's different. If a guy has
most.
Okay. So I had a question.
Are you agreeing with me?
No. I don't want to forget what I wanted to ask. So yes. I'm trying to like hold that conversation on the side, right, and then because we're kind of everywhere in a way. Mm-hmm. We're covering anything.
We're gonna call this the Everywhere Podcast.
Everything in between. Okay, so and at age 33 now, right? Mm-hmm. Good job for maturing. I hope you're maturing, but good job. Yes. So my question is, if like when you think about relationships or dating or anything like that, like where are you in your life, like in partnership, like relationship kind of, where are you right now?
So for me, I mean, that, you know, of course I feel like that varies per person, but for me, when it comes to like if I want to date someone or do I mean, I'm not even thinking about dating.
So where are you right now? Like, if you were to be in a position where, hey, Junior is in this mindset of a relationship, what is a relationship to you, and what do you hope to, seek or look for?
So I think at my age it would be like, if I really wanted to be in a serious relationship, it would literally just be like, this is somebody I feel as if I can grow with. This is someone I feel like, and first of all, like as a man, I'm not. I've had women in my life that I felt like really were super organized, and I really like that about them. Like, they just will always put your shit together for you, even when you ask them not to, or you don't have to ask. Like, you ever had a girl come over, spend the night, and then you wake up and she's already cleaning up your place and doing all kinds of shit. You be like, okay, whatever, cool. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm gonna need that as a feature, like something that comes with that person, like someone who's gonna be like, I'm gonna help you get your shit together. I'm gonna help you maintain the shit that you do have together. And then it would have to be a family. Like, if it's a serious type of thing, they got to be the type of person who's gonna come in, continue to help me keep my shit together, fix shit that I didn't even know, because women fix stuff. You don't
what's
even
funny?
know that's broke.
Last episode we talked about this, and I asked the same question. What did I say? I'm surprised I remember. Good job, Mary. This is what I said.
It's the recap for me.
I know. So this is what I said, and I hope you guys replayed on this episode. Okay, yes. If you meet a person that helps you build your business, why can't you be with that person?
Who the hell said she was gonna help me build my business? That's not her job.
It's not. It's supposed to
I
be.
did meet somebody. I did meet somebody who helps me build my business.
Yeah.
I pay them hourly.
I asked you, hey, what about dating or being with someone that's gonna help you grow? And you, in a way, you guys like each other, but she's also someone that can, get you to level up. In a sense.
You said, why wouldn't you be with someone who's going to help you grow your business?
Yeah.
And I said, I wouldn't be with them just for that. And I said,
and I get that.
That's not their job.
I think that's the miscommunication. It's not just because of she's going to help you level up. It's more so you're in a relationship, but at the same time, she's going to help you grow. And your response was, why would I do that? Like,
no.
Okay.
My response was towards the fact that I wouldn't date someone just because they're helping my business.
Of course.
When it comes to my business, I would pay someone to go, because you don't look at business like, oh, whoever who can help can help. No.
Yeah, we have employees for that, or coworkers.
Yeah,
whatever.
you want consistent growth.
I get
so
that.
It's like, I don't want it to be like I'm the person who's helping my business grow is only helping my business grow because we're fucking at the moment, or we're in a relationship.
Okay, so another question.
So then if we break up, then all of a sudden my business just goes down. No, I
get that part, and I think we're on the same page on that. My question, I guess, to be more clear, is you have someone that you like, and she's the one that's gonna help you grow. So why can't you, like, in a way, like, when is the right time for a man to say, hey, you know what, I like this person, and she's the one that's gonna help me grow? How do you move forward in being in relationship or get to the next level from a guy perspective? You're just gonna keep the same what you have so you don't lose it, or are you willing to take the next step further?
So are you asking me, what do I do when I find that type of person?
Yes.
You become serious. You get serious. You say, hey, wow, I'm interested in you. I'm interested in you on this level, right? You have to explain the level that you're interested in a man. Hopefully you don't scare them away.
Yes.
Right? And then you pursue that, and then you stay committed to that.
Okay, so for all the ladies, I want you to answer this question for me. For all the ladies.
For all the ladies?
Yes, I'm sure they want to.
Not just a few?
No, just for all the ladies.
Fuck it, I'll take all of them. Come on.
So now, where's Juju right now? Like, what's the...
Damn.
Yes.
I don't think the ladies are asking that. Right, cool.
Yes, they want to know, I'm sure.
They want to know where I'm at.
Yes, do you have a special person? Do you want to would like to go on a date? Oh my God, ladies, we can do a date session with Junior as well for those that are interested.
That sounds like a whole different podcast.
Dinner will be taken care of.
That's gonna be posted on
Dinner will be taken
OnlyFans.
care of. He's a bachelor right now, so yes.
Yeah, I'm a bachelor.
Awesome. Okay, good to know.
Am I?
It became an interview session with.
Am I looking for a female?
Yes. Based on the conversation that we had, yes, you are. Not a relationship, but to spend the night, yeah.
No, it's not spend the night. I have people for that. What I'm saying is
shade.
Zing.
Okay.
Zinger. Allegedly.
Oh my lord.
No, I'm not looking for either. You know what I mean? Right now, my focus is literally growing my business. So, but that doesn't, just because I say that doesn't mean that I'm not open to a relationship.
Yeah.
It just means the relationship that I find at the moment has to make sense with that.
Okay.
So, and it could get, because I can get to a place where my business is where I need it to be. And then now, do I need more? Like, I feel like in any situation, any relationship you go to, you have to meet the person where they are, right? We are
at that age pretty much, so we have
right.
Yes.
You're not going in a relationship just because you want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You're going in a relationship realizing that, hey, when I get in this relationship, I have to know where this person is at so that I can do X, Y, and Z.
Until death do us part, yo.
I don't know about all that.
He said, I don't know about that.
It's just a relationship.
No,
don't have to,
that leads to something more.
We don't have to die in it, but
I think after 30, there should not be no relationships. I'm sorry.
First of all, let's talk about marriage. I don't think marriage is like,
marriage makes things exclusive. Like, it just makes it final.
I love how every female will be like, I need a title for me to feel a certain type of way about you. I love that.
It's like
I love how ridiculous that sounds.
It helps you understand and just find your place with the person. Like, for example, if you and I were to date, and if we don't establish a certain, level of, hey, we're boyfriend, girlfriends, or we're husband. If there's no title, you don't know where you stand in a sense. That means, hey, okay, we're just talking, but I'm willing to date some other person because you and I are not official as something. So having a title.
So that means you never really liked me if that's what you want to do.
You can like multiple people and still entertain other people. Like, it makes no sense. But
then that's what you want to do.
What's wrong with having a title? Like, what's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think that a word can make someone be dedicated to you.
It's a part of
communication. I also don't think jewelry can make someone dedicated to you.
And I get that.
Someone can't give you a ring and they can be like, oh, I know they're going to be faithful now. No.
I feel like if it's going to...
There's more divorces going on than people getting married.
And I get that. But at the end of the day, if two people agreed in making the relationship work the best way they know how, it's compromising, meaning if the other person doesn't like it and the other person likes it, you just have to meet halfway to make sense out of whatever you guys have. So having to have a label of what the relationship is should not even be an issue. If you're having an issue about titles, God forbid, what kind of issues you're going to face in the future?
No, because I feel
if it's about ring, materialistic stuff, that's something you both can talk about.
I also feel like, you're right, but I feel like if I give somebody a title, right, there are things within that title that you have to fulfill now.
That's expectations.
There are expectations within that title that you have to fulfill now. No, but it doesn't. No.
That's the thing. Everyone expects that because the society puts a definition of marriage, relationship, fiancé, stuff like that. Yes, the title helps, but the definition does not have to fit the society's description.
So why are we calling it that if it don't have to fit it?
Okay, if you and
so
your
why is she my girlfriend?
Don't cut me off though. Don't cut me off. Let me explain. If you and your partner agreed and not having the title, saying, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be exclusive to you. I'm only gonna focus on. You guys are only gonna focus on each other, and you continue to have that relationship without a title. That's good for you. But the title helps have a better understanding of where two people stand. But again, it's based on the two relationship. As two people, they meet up and have a conversation and see where they stand, where they want to go. Whatever works for you might not work for him or for him. It's a simple communication. Yeah. Some people want rings, some people don't. So
I just feel like, the title always messes up. But this
messes up because one wants to cheat. They want to have an open relationship. They just don't want to be tied out or committed to that person, and it's fine. But if both of you guys agree to that,
even if you did agree to have an open relationship, But that's why open relationships are open relationships, because it's like there's no title. It's really you're not. It's not that.
I know
It's
a lot
an
of
open
people that
relationship.
are boyfriend, girlfriends, but they're in an open relationship. Like
No,
fiancés,
their title is
husbands.
open relationship. It's not girl. Yes, girlfriend, boyfriend. Yes, you can have multiple girlfriends. You can have multiple boyfriends. But the person you're in that open relationship, that's your person that you're choosing to have a certain type of relationship. But the reason why I brought that up is because. So why wouldn't they call?
Instead of saying that,
no, let me finish.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they call their relationship partnerships? Why wouldn't they call it something different and at that moment fight for them to be able to have different type of rules? Like say, no, we're not going to split everything 50-50.
We have prenup for that.
But the reason why it's called a prenup is because it comes before the marriage, right? Sure. So if you're going to fight for the right for you to have a bonding partner, a life partner, why don't you create something new? But what I learned from that was what you're saying. People want titles, and the titles is what make them really feel like, oh, this is real now. Because we said we're girlfriend and boyfriend. Because we said
like even
you're
graduation, once you get the title of that title.
But in real life, graduation, nobody gives a fuck.
Sure.
When you go to a job, can you do the job or not? I've never been in no job interview. I haven't been in a lot of job interviews, but the ones that I have gone to, they never asked me to put out my diploma. They didn't say, yo, let's see that diploma that you worked.
Or your vaccine shots.
12 years to get. Where's the diploma? Let's see it before we even continue. No, they don't even ask you for that. People go all day long to a job interview and lie about what school they went to and get hired all the time. So why do you feel as if like, and I had a friend, I had a friend who, you know, she didn't graduate from high school, right? And I'm telling you, this girl probably makes more money than makes more money than a lot of people that I know. But her insecurity always comes when, you know, you will hear it when she says, I know I didn't graduate from high school, but I'm like, you still worried about, you're 25, 28 years old. Why are you worried about a diploma that 18-year-olds get? Why are you worried about being certified as an 18-year-old? Then all the stuff that you've done, I've seen you be she's been a paramedic. She's worked at hospitals. She's done all her career is in healthcare. And it's like, you still worried about getting your GED, but no one really cares about that.
Yeah.
You're saving lives that people with GEDs cannot do. Mm-hmm. So titles is listen, you're who you are based on who you are.
Let us go back to the marriage part, okay?
Sure.
If you had to question, which questioning is good, but if you are with someone and you have a hard time just accepting the fact of the title, the fiance, husband, whatever it is, if that's the issue, the main issue within the relationship that you have is the title, don't even bother with the relationship. That means you already know from the get-go that's not someone you want to be with. So
when they don't want a title, or when they press about a title,
that's the thing.
Because I feel like that goes both ways.
Yeah,
I feel like that goes both ways.
So
if someone's pressing,
there's already a title set in stone. If it's not gonna harm you in any way possible, why create a problem out of it? If you were to be in a relationship and you guys, no. If you were to be in a relationship and you guys became let's say you proposed and she's your fiance, what harm does that cause you?
If I propose to her and she becomes my fiance,
yeah. Because the title becomes fiance, what's the issue? Like, are you being harmed from it? Are you getting hurt from it?
No, there's no harm.
So why create a problem out of it?
No, what I was talking about was, obviously, if I decide to propose to you to be my fiance, then I'm asking for you to hold this title. Yes or no?
Yeah, please help me out.
So look,
am I missing something?
So hear me out.
He doesn't want the title.
No, hear me out. If so, what you're saying to me is that if I decide to tell somebody, hey, I want you to be my wife, why would I be upset about the title of them being my wife? That would make no sense. I'm not asking no one to do that.
What is the issue? You say titles are not.
What I was saying was, when people are like, oh, are we boyfriend or girlfriend? That's the only time I know that you really like me.
So if you say no, then you guys are nuts. That's simple. Then you keep moving.
Sure.
Yeah. So the title's not the issue. You're just not ready to commit to that person, and that's fine.
That's not true. That's
oh
not true.
my Lord.
Again, it's
Ladies,
about.
if I'm wrong, please let me know. From what I'm understanding is titles, you're having an issue with the titles because you don't want to commit to it. But now you're saying if you're ready to commit, you don't mind giving the title of fiance or a wife if you know the person is the right person for you.
Right, but you're assuming that I'm going to go propose to someone.
I do not want to assume anything. So
yes.
I'm not saying you're going to go ahead.
So what I'm saying is,
oh my God,
that's the reason why niggas is single. Because
and it goes back to my point. If you don't feel comfortable in being in a committed relationship or having a title, don't bother at all. That's it. Very simple. He talks about how females stress ourselves. You guys complicate the whole scenario. That's already so simple. You just stressed yourself from A to Z like there's no tomorrow.
I like I stressed you.
No, but I'm trying to make sense out of it because I'm trying to make sense to our listeners.
But it's stressing you.
It's not stressing me. I'm very passionate about it. And I want to make sure we get the right information. You know what I'm saying?
AKA stressing. Just like I'm pretty sure if there's women watching this, they're stressing out right now. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is you're going to have good relationships in your life. You're going to have people that's going to come to your life and they're going to be great people to you. You don't have to get into a relationship with them. You don't have to give them a title in your life. You don't have to say you're going to be my boyfriend because you're going to be my girlfriend or boyfriend because you did this for me, or you're this type of person, or me and you match, or because our zodiac signs tells us we should. No, you could be great friends, and that's it.
Ladies, if you are in this kind of situation, by all means, run. Don't shake your. It's run. That's a red flag. It's like I like your company, but I don't want to move anywhere more than this. You can stay consistent. That's misleading. You're misleading. You're giving false hope, even though you're not wordly saying it. Your action is leading that way. So it's best to just be clear, which means communication. If your action is saying something and your word is saying another, it's confusing. It's misleading. You know. So
are you looking for my actions, or are you looking for words? Because words are titles. Titles are words.
For me, I would want a man to keep his word and follow his action.
Do I need to be your? Do you think that I can only do that if I'm your boyfriend?
I don't know.
All right, that's a whole another topic then.
Run away from the Geminis, y'all. Okay, run.
Trust me. If any girl that knows me that's watching this, they don't run from me. They run to me. Run. She's trying to get y'all away.
When he's talking, there's so many red flags, like just going like this, and I'm like, poor ladies, no, you cannot. Oh my goodness,
trust me. No. I can listen. I've been in relationships where not even relationships. I've known people that I've taken the time out to really learn, care about, and show them how they should be cared about, to the point where they realized they were in a fucked up relationship. Even whether I'm not having sex with them, I'm just saying.
This is going back to the toxic relationship.
No, I'm just saying like I could be a really good friend to someone to the point where they're just like, okay, I know that me just having someone who I just call my boyfriend, that's not what it's about. I need someone who's gonna really help me build. Who's gonna, like, some people just be like, I'm your boyfriend, so my job is to make sure that you have somebody that you can go on a date with when you want to meet up with your friends. I call you every night. I text you in the morning. That's boyfriend duties. I'm done.
Who said that was the boyfriend duties?
I'm just saying. I'm asking.
Yeah, I feel like there is so many like assumption going on. I think when you approach a female, or if you have a self-understanding of what you want, it's up to you to let the person understand what your requirement, what your standards are. You know what I'm saying? That's from the beginning. If you had that conversation, there's no expectation of texting, calling, going on it. Like, what exactly does the person that I like once, and vice versa. Learn about the other person too. That's what creates a relationship, not because of what the society describes it to be, and you just assume to just follow that. That kills it.
Right, but my point is that if you're not following what society is telling you that your relationship should be, why are you titling your relationship with society's terms?
So there's so many things that we can pick and argue about it, right? If the title does not create an issue in being in a relationship or anything, why does it matter?
Why you keep going back to that?
I have to, because
my point is, if you're telling me that my relationship with the person should be built on
I'm
that
not telling
person,
you that. Yes, and that person,
my connection with that person.
Yeah.
Why am I going to title my connection with that person the same title that society has for?
That's between
a certain type of relationship.
That's between you and your partner. If it was up to me, and when I'm dating someone, I would like to have the title.
You said earlier, it doesn't
hurt you. Does it hurt you? Does it hurt you for being in a relationship?
It does not. It does not hurt me. But it would hurt the relationship.
Why would it hurt the relationship?
Because we're labeling the relationship something that is not.
But why can't you make sure to keep the title but still define it in your own understanding? That's how you create relationships. It's the communication that you both have with one another. So
that's my point. My point is
you can say we're nothing and then end up being in a relationship, whatever you want to call it. That's between you and her. But some people would want to have a title, but you're complicating it by creating more confusion. But if the titling is not causing you an issue, why bother? Like, just keep to it and then create a relationship that best fits you both.
No, because I feel like we live in a society where people just want titles, but they don't really want to live up to it either.
I feel like that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I think you have an issue with the definition of society in general, but you have to pick and choose your battles. If it's a relationship, my relationship might not work for you. Your idea of relationship might not work for me. But finding that common ground with the person that you meet and talking about it and getting there, it's up to you and the person you're dating. So whatever works for you might not work. If him and I were dating, might not work for us. So we have to find our own thing.
Right.
So it's about communicating and not even being affected by the society standard. And the title is not one of them. That's not a battle that I would pick and choose saying, I don't want to be in a relationship, or call it a relationship, or I don't want to be married. I would like to get married. Do I want? Like, that's a different story. But you just have your own understanding and create.
And the reason why, and this is, we were going on the lower level, but the highest level of it is going to be marriage. That's the highest title. That's the highest. There's a lot of women who want to be married that don't know how to be wives. You just want to be married just so you can say you're married. Being a wife is different from being.
Same as being a husband.
Of course.
I'm just saying.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
There's men who, I don't think there's men who's running around saying, I want to be someone's husband. It's mostly on the girl side.
What does it mean to be a wife? Tell me. From your own understanding. From Juju's point of view.
Well, that would be my wife. That wouldn't be everybody's wife.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that there are women who want to be married but don't know how to be a wife. There's men who want to have wives but don't know how to be a husband.
And there are men who want kids and they don't know how to be a dad. So there's so many vice versa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the titles, you want to be called dad. I see a lot of niggas be mad on Father's Day. Man, why they don't do as much as they do for Mother's Day on Father's Day? Y'all niggas not being dads out here. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all don't get, that's the reason why y'all don't get the same type of love.
But at least we know he's the dad because of the title, okay?
No. We know he's a dad because of the baby. Because of the what is it called? We know he's the dad because of the blood work. The test.
What is it? What is it called?
Paternity test?
No.
Paternity test, yes.
Paternity test, yes.
That's the only reason why we know he's the dad.
But if we don't look at the paper, it's if he's the father,
not with the
we
girl.
know the title.
He's not with the girl. He doesn't see the baby. He doesn't send any money to the baby. He's not even trying to see the baby.
Which
You're
tells
just
you
a dad.
a title
You're just a
is
paternal
not,
dad.
But that's the thing, though. A title doesn't mean you fulfill the description of that. But more so, it helps you understand easy communication of where the person stands. If the father is there and that's the dad, that's the title. That's the dad. Doesn't mean he's the father that's guiding him, providing him, stuff like that. But it helps have a clear understanding of where they are, who they are, and as a person. That's all.
I mean, when it comes to that kind of titling,
I'm craving
that's
for ice
technical.
cream and chips together, and I'm not even pregnant. Like Dorito chips with chocolate chips cookies.
I don't know
ice
where that
cream.
came from.
I really am craving it. I don't know why. Okay.
We're gonna go with Bareback Splash Gang over here.
Okay, that's solid.
On mine, I would like to say for now is Chew Talk by D.
True Talk?
By D.
Damn, by D.
I know.
Women
So if you want to know the truth, just
women
check
definitely
my D,
give you
okay,
that.
me.
Women definitely give you that true talk when you give them the D.
Right,
makes
but
sense.
that D is me. Okay, I got you. It's
Damn,
okay.
you giving them the
Mwah.
D? Oh, it's the lesbian vibes for me.
It's the lesbian vibe. It's the true vibe for me. Yeah, it's okay, but it's okay. Let's
So
go back to the conversation.
No, but I
What is it? What's your title again? What is it?
it was our title.
What's your
Oh, you talking about Bareback Splash Gang?
the better way to get it? Uh-huh. Yeah, that.
I don't even know what she said.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
let's make sure we delete that part.
No, that's how it sounds like. But go for it. That's good. That's good.
So let's go to our topic.
Yes.
Our topic is traditions.
Yeah.
Traditions and religion in relationships. Let's talk about something like, I can't be serious with a girl unless I know, like, your friends and your family.
Mm-hmm.
Till then, we're just kind of just chilling. Like, it can't never get more serious than that if I don't know your family's dynamic, your relationship with your family.
Like afterwards or like before you started?
No,
dating?
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about like, yeah, we're gonna date.
How do you jump into friends and family when you haven't even?
No, I'm
built
saying
that?
any girl that I'm dealing with, I can't get serious. Like, as far as like, I want to be in a relationship with you.
So you have to meet her family, friends. I get her family before you even. Can we talk about this? Because I'm from Ethiopia.
Right? We could be friends.
Ethiopian.
We could be friends.
I'm from Ethiopia. That's not
But
gonna
look,
roll
we could-
anyway.
we could be-
Okay.
listen,
If a guy doesn't come with a ring, I know old school.
Yeah.
He's not stepping in the house by all means necessary.
I don't want to go in your
Yes.
house, but I gotta know. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know what's your like. I guess when I say serious, I mean like thinking about, you know, marriage and stuff like that, right?
It's an important factor.
Right.
Don't get me
You
wrong.
have to know the family dynamics. You don't want to marry into a family that's fucked up. Like, you will want to know.
If you were to be in love with someone, let's say, and you happen not to agree,
I don't think I could be in love with them until I know all that stuff. Like, I would.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So the family matter really determines whether.
You don't think so?
No. I feel like if you truly love someone, you're willing to make it work together, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So if you respect each
That
other,
sounds
if
like
you
a fantasy. We're talking about real life.
Well, it's my fantasy then, and I'm gonna stick to it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, love should not be determined based on whether your family's this way or family. No, if you truly love that person, yes, that person might have a bad family situation, but that does not make that person. If that makes sense, like that, you just have to love the way they are in a way.
I think what I'm saying is like the person. I have to know you. Like,
I get that,
Yeah.
and that's good. It's good. It's good to know their friends. It's good to know their family. But I don't think that should be a factor. You have to respect their family, regardless whether if they're good or bad, and you make it work with the person you say you love.
I'm just thinking from the opposite side. If my sister was about to get married to somebody whose family was fucked up, I would discourage
Is the
that.
person that she's getting married to is the person a good person? Her husband?
Yeah.
Or her fiance?
Yeah.
Okay, so
If he's a
how
good- if he's a
how are
good
you
person.
judging him based on his family?
But what is his ability to? I mean, if he's sitting there like, well, he agree. He's if and that's one of the topics we're gonna talk about, right? It's just like tradition, religion, right?
So that's not good. Let's finish this one because
Yeah.
what I'm trying to understand is if you genuinely like the person, he has good character, he takes care of her, he's kind to her and everything, but his family does not represent those qualities. How are you disregarding that part of her moving forward and
So,
marrying
but
him?
I think in order for that to happen, he would have to be on a different page from his family. Then
I think we accomplished that. We agreed that
Yeah.
he is.
Right.
So, but the fact that his family are not the same page as him should not determine whether you should approve of her to get married or not.
I think if he was like, I'm gonna do what my family wants me to do, or I'm gonna date the way my family wants me to date, or I'm gonna approach life or family the way my family wants me to approach it, and the way that their family approaches it is fucked up.
So that's a different story. Okay, that's.
But that's what I'm
completely-
saying.
Yeah, if that's the case,
You have
I
to
would
know-
agree.
you have to
If
know-
that's,
yeah.
but I agree with you on that term. But
There's
that's,
there's people who walk away from their family because they're fucked up,
And
and
that's-
they're a good person,
I
and
get
that's
that.
different.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
but you still have to know.
I'm not-
That's part of
knowing,
knowing.
I agree
That's
with
part
you.
of knowing that their family's fucked up, but
I
they're
agree.
choosing to not be part of that. Then that's a different type of person.
I
But if it's
agree.
somebody who's just like, hey, my aunt does it like this, my dad does it like this, everybody in my family does things this way, and it's fucked up way, and I don't think that's a situation you would just be like, well, because I love the person, I don't care that later on in life they might start to do things like how their family. You have to know their family.
What I got from what you just said earlier was I thought you said even if the person was good enough, if the family is not and
But
healthy, I would
with
say
them being
healthy
good, with them being good enough would mean that they will probably part ways.
that
with their,
means
with
not,
their
you
family
don't have
tradition.
to part ways. You still have to respect your family regardless, right? But you find a different way of living life about it.
So let's talk about tradition. Go.
No, tell me your story.
So I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question though.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel? How do you think relationships are affected by? Because we were talking about family earlier, right? So this is a great part of it. It's a great segment of it. Is you date people who are whenever you date somebody, you always realize how committed they are to their family's origin and how non-committed they are to that, right? So you'll date someone who is very committed to their family's like way of doing things, religion, tradition, and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. How does that affect the dating part of a relationship?
That's like it's a good question. It ties to a lot of things too. It's not like a one sentence answer. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. That's why we're going to discuss about it.
My Lord. So
Speaking of religion,
yeah.
she said, "My
So,
Lord."
I am from like I need help right now. I need Jesus to take the wheel because it's a lot. I'm from Ethiopia, right? And you are from Nigeria. So I'm sure like when it comes to family,
Obviously, yeah.
yes, we have a lot in common with it. But from my upbringing, it's not just family, religion, or cultural differences, but it's more so the relationship that you have with your parents. I'm 29. I was about to say I'm 39. I'm 29, and it took me a while. It took me a while to kind of understand how my family structure works. Okay, so usually the Ethiopian culture, of course, they would want you to be with the same, same culture. Yes, which is an Ethiopian man, or vice versa. But because they understand the culture, the tradition, the whole, even communication supposed to be good. Supposed to be, they speak Amharic, Tigrinya, Oromo, Guraginya, whatever that the case is.
So does it matter what does it matter? Even though they're Ethiopian Habesha, are they? Do you feel like your parents was like, traditional parents would still want you to make sure you marry someone who speaks the same language also?
Most of them, I would say yes. The reason is because, of course, it's going to help, in the
Family
future.
bonding.
Like, yeah, you already know the culture, you know their language. It's easier to fit in with that kind of relationship rather than having to meet someone and help them understand what the culture is, learn their language. It's just starting from scratch in a way. But my upbringing is a lot different, and I think I was one of the rebel child. I did.
Is the black sheep?
Yellow. I'm gonna say yellow because that's my favorite color. I do love black though, so I'm the yellow sheep. Okay, but I think I
was like the yellow sheep.
Yeah, everyone is a black sheep at this point. So my case is different.
Yellow sheep.
Yes, it's my favorite color. So if your favorite color is pink, you're a pink sheep. Okay, not black
Damn.
sheep. Just
that's what you call. That's what you call. That's what you call owning your disownment. Because the black sheep, yellow sheep, it's also the people who are just like kind of like disowned, or they feel like, oh, they've been set aside from the family.
Yeah.
And she just owned it. She made it her own color. That's amazing.
And I can't blame my family.
Inspirational.
Seriously though, it's a cultural thing. They do care about what other people say about them, and I cannot change their mind to think differently. If that's how they are, as a person, I have to understand that, because I would want them to understand me as well,
right,
and let me be.
Right.
But at the same time, I have to respect them. They're my parents. They're my mom and dad, and I do love them dearly, regardless what happened. Everyone has their own family issues, family matters, and they deal with it in their own ways. But because of my upbringing, I was raised in the Orthodox and Jehovah's Witness household.
Sheesh.
Lord have mercy.
Talk about tradition and religion. Oh my God.
So we have the Orthodox, which they are very religious and going to church.
Right.
You all know the Orthodox, the most Christian image that you could think of. And then we have the Jehovah's Witness, which I can relate to some extent, because they don't mind, like they question a lot of things. Yes, to some extent, it did not make sense to me, some of the things, so I'm not involved as much. But I was exposed to two religion, which allowed me to be more spiritual, because I don't identify to any religion. Yes, Christian, because I believe in God and Jesus and etc.
Right.
But I would like to say I'm more of a spiritual person.
Right.
And I try to build my life with that perspective. So if I question something, if it doesn't make sense to me, I would figure it out. Like, I'm not going to go based on, hey, the Orthodox religion say this to me, or my parents say this to me. I'm more than happy to have a sit down and talk to them about it.
I've always felt like religion is it really just tells you what it is just based off the name. Like, the name is religious. Like, when somebody says, yo, you do that religiously.
Yeah, consistently.
Like, that just means you just consistently do the same thing over and over and over.
Right.
So to me, like, religion, is just someone setting rules. And I don't want to bash religion, but my father was a pastor.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household where it was just like, we would wake up Saturday mornings and do sermons, like, at the age of like.
But have you ever
7,
questioned why you do those things? Has anyone really gave you the answer, or told you, hey,
I feel like
you need to
when I got
that.
older, I found out the answer.
How did you find it? You researched about it, or you just experienced it with it?
I think it was just more of like just within my own mind, just thinking is like, we're doing that because of religion. Religion tells you,
even the Bible states question.
Exactly.
Like, if you want to know the truth, question what you would like to know. Like, it leads you to the truth.
So here's my thing. No other book in the world you read and you have to read it every week. If the Bible is a book, let it be a book.
But every time you read the
Bible, if it's a book, let it be a book.
So this is the thing about the Bible, though. Mm-hmm. Everyone understands it differently. That's why it's spiritual, it's personal. So when you are, can I
say this? Uh-huh. Any book you read,
it's personal.
People are gonna find it differently.
I get
people
that.
People are gonna understand things differently in that book, in a different way than other people. They're gonna.
That's why I have a kind of an issue with the religion, right? If you're reading the Bible and your relationship is supposed to be with God, that's an intimate relationship you build with God,
Yes.
in a sense. So when you put a religion in a community of a lot of people, they have a tendency to think the same thing. And if you, majority of congregation, I'm going to say, if you question, it's like, why would you question that? Like, are you being influenced negatively by someone? No. To get close to the truth, you have to question every and anything. There's nothing wrong with it. And the more you question, it makes sense to you. And that's the relationship you build with God, not but with the community that you have around you. So if it can be about sex, marriage, or anything like that, don't expect you're not supposed to deal with things, or you're not supposed to talk about this kind of thing. I feel like every church organization or every congregation, they need to have like certain locations where teenagers, young people can come talk about their family, their relationships, the things that they experienced throughout their life.
And I grew up,
and not be judged by it, because only God can judge us in a sense, right?
The crazy part is about it is like, when I really felt out of religion was when I was the most involved in church. Religion is evolving, which is a great thing, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about back in the day, it was just like, yo, you couldn't really, like, well, I grew up in Baptist. Baptist church was really entertaining and fun for us because it was just like, the music was amazing.
Yeah.
We were allowed to go beyond the musical constrictions of religion and spirituality. We was able to just, whatever it is, as long as you're praise and worship was a big thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, and people are going to praise and worship in different ways. And it really did help us really understand how to get close, how to really have that connection with God, because it's just like, I'm singing, I'm rejoicing, I'm praising, I'm worshiping in different ways, and it really connected you to God. But that wasn't a religious thing. That was a spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? And the older I got, I just kept realizing that that's a spiritual aspect of life, which is, spiritual is always going to be the thing that you can't tangibly see.
Yeah.
The things that you can't tangibly, like, point out. Religion is the thing that you can be like, you do this every single day. Religion is going to church every Sunday.
I think it's also, religion is just based on the community. Like, people want to belong somewhere. They want to fit in somewhere.
Right.
So religion creates that platform where
and religion is really what destroys the spirituality that comes with being connected with God. Like, I feel like sometimes it's just like, you're so focused on, because this is what gets me. Like, you ever seen a person that goes to church every single day and they come to you and they be like, your life is not right. You're not going to church. You're not praying every 5 seconds. You're not doing. It's like, no, my life is great. I feel like God blessed me this week.
Yeah.
I feel like my business has grown because God has a favor towards me. But you're telling me your life is going to go in shambles because you're not going to church every week. I can't accept those things. So religion to me has become something that you just do out of faith. You just do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but you're just doing it. You don't even care what happens.
You know what's funny though? Like, at the end of the day, if you look at all religion in a sense, they believe in the higher power, the creator.
Yes.
We all believe in the same
I feel like religion is about money. I feel like spirituality is about getting to God.
They do it for the money aspect of it. Yes. But if people really understood the idea of we all really believe in the same thing, which is the higher power, the creator, the way you
when you look at Christianity,
you praise him is the only thing is different.
When you look at Christianity, they say God. When you look at Muslim, they say Allah. They have Muhammad. They have Muhammad.
Witnesses, yeah.
They have Muhammad, but there's also Allah,
which is the higher creator. Regardless,
Christianity has Jesus, but there's also a bigger God.
Yeah.
Buddhism is like, they all about inner peace, but is the inner peace with it? There's Buddha, but Buddha tells you to reach to a higher level. It's a higher,
and everything. Yes.
So, and I think. That's why I always feel like, you could always bash religion and be like, y'all are really messing up people's spirituality. But I think religion is like language. right? Religion is, hey, if you can't find God, try this method. Try this method of believing in Jesus and believing in this story to reach God. Try this method of meditation and all that stuff to reach God.
How important is religion when it comes to a relationship, though? Like, would you date someone that does not believe in God? Or the higher power, whichever one you prefer.
I think it's gonna be hard, only because, you know, but I've never really dated anyone who doesn't believe in God. But if the person who I'm dating doesn't believe in God, I feel like they have to still believe that they need to aspire to be better, right? I don't think that's what spirituality
like to get
does.
to be more spiritual, you mean?
Spirituality does that.
Okay.
It makes you say to yourself, like, hey, I'm going through a rough time. Mm-hmm. I believe that there is a higher power that's going to bring more success my way.
Yeah.
Or like I believe that these bad times are gonna transition into good times.
Yeah.
Like, if you have that and you don't have religion or spirituality, and you're like, I don't know, spirituality. People have spirituality. People don't have religion.
Yeah.
But if you believe all that and you don't have religion, I could probably still date you. But I don't think I could date someone who doesn't have hope. And I think that's what.
How do you even know if someone has like hope and the higher power? You mean?
Just
like, what do you mean hope?
Well, somebody who's not religious, they won't think of it as high power. They would just think of it like, well, I'm a tourist, so I believe that this particular season for tourists we do better. Believe in something.
Okay.
Right.
So they don't have to believe in God, but they have to believe in something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you date someone who's not
no.
religious?
I already said no in my mind. I'm just saying it out loud now. Absolutely not.
Someone who's not. Producers are telling us it's 5 more minutes.
Yes.
So can we do tradition in 5 minutes? Let's go. Go for it.
Okay.
You want me to ask a question? You want to ask?
I was about to say that.
Bareback.
Okay, you can ask a question. I feel like your family is very open. You're free and stuff like
My
that.
family?
Yeah.
No,
like,
no,
you can do whatever you want.
But it's not like that.
Okay
No, it's not like that.
What do you mean it's not like that?
So, first of all, my mom is very religious.
But
it took time for her to understand that
you're crazy and she has to accept you the way you are. Yeah.
I guess. I guess that's it.
That's
I don't have nothing to say. But it took time. Like, it took time for me to tell her, like, hey, listen. Like, literally, like the other week, my mom was like, she called me and was like, did you pray? And I said, Mom, I pray this morning. When I wake up every morning, I pray and thank God for what I have, and I pray that today I'm gonna make
like, do you actually pray or you roll a?
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
What's the difference? What is the difference?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no difference to me with me waking up, closing my eyes and saying, God, thank you for everything that you've done for me. And I say, God, please help me make this day, impactful. There's no difference between me closing my eyes and saying that than me having a blunt in my mouth and thinking about how God is influencing, like really putting me in places that I would never even thought that I deserved to be in. So to me, it's like, I don't care. All I know is that God continues to keep blessing me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. Clearly, I feel like the God that I'm looking to does not have no problem with me smoking weed, because he continues to bless me on top of that. So my point I was making is like my mom will come in and be like, did you pray this morning?
Please don't tell her that. Please don't tell her you prayed like that. Please.
To me, I mean, listen. But she would call me and be like, did you pray this morning? I was like,
yes.
Like, you don't have to call me about that. Like,
she's your mom at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
and that's what she told me. She said,
yeah.
Listen, I call you about, did you eat? Did you sleep well? Did you pray? So I was like, all right, that's my mom. That's where she's at.
Yeah.
But as far as her expecting me to be like with the tradition and just like consistently be, I think she's giving that up because she's just like, you're a good, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to prove to your parents that you're a good person in general and say,
You're a decent
listen,
person,
you're a decent person.
Yeah.
Like, I may not be in church every Sunday. Honestly, I haven't been to church in a long time.
Yeah.
And that's because of religion. I don't believe in religion. But when it comes to spirituality, I talk to God every single day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When there's no one there and I'm like, why is this fucked up?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to people around me. I'm talking to a higher power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's me praying. That's me always. That communication, that conversation with God always happens.
Yeah.
But we're still going back on religion. But tradition is things like,
when are we gonna find you a Nigerian woman?
yes. You're this age. You have to be married.
No,
remember we talked about it. We talked about it last episode when we were saying like, when is the right time for a man to think that he's ready to get married?
Yeah.
Right.
There's no
That's
right time.
tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition would tell you.
So do you get asked a lot? Like, does your mom ask you like, hey, when are you gonna meet someone, or when
Every
are you gonna
day.
marry? Seriously?
Yeah. And you know what I tell her?
What?
She be like, no. She says to me, my mom says to me, she be like, when are you going to get married and give me grandkids? And I would say, I'm working on the grandkids part.
Skip the marriage and then start. Okay.
I'm working very hard. Like, I would say that in front. I'm working very hard on the grandkids part.
What was the word again? The back what?
Bareback Splash.
Yeah, so by doing that, yes. Gotcha.
Yes. It's going down. But my pull-out game is mean. But go ahead.
Got you. Well,
tradition. How do you feel like tradition? You asked me how tradition helps. How does tradition affects relationships?
No, I think you said the most important parts,
which is
from the Nigerian tradition aspect of things, and you covered it well. So I think we should end it right there on.
No, we're not ending. Oh hell nah. Yeah. What's no? I gotta figure out what's going on your end with tradition.
Talk about it afterwards.
No, we're not. We're talking about here.
We're done, right?
I mean,
okay.
Like, what? You gonna let her get out of that? No. Hell nah.
You got 2 minutes to explain.
Yeah, come on, explain yourself. How does tradition affect your dating life?
I think I'm over tradition right now because I've been here for a while. For me to be more of diaspora and have a different perspective of things. However, I'm still respectful of my family. At least I try to be the best way I know how.
Is there ever a time that you feel like your tradition conflicts with your ability to find someone?
If I date outside of the Ethiopian community, yes. Because I would have to explain to the other person of what the tradition is. Mm-hmm. As for like, if I were to date an Ethiopian man, he already understands what to do, what the process. Yeah. So because of that, it's easier to date an Habesha or Ethiopian person. But at the same time, my interest usually goes to a lot of non-Habesha people.
Non-Habesha?
Yeah.
But when you date a Habesha person, you feel comfortable. Like
everything is pretty.
The only goal to pass is just y'all connection.
Yes.
But then after that, after we get our connection, you're gonna.
He understand what the culture is, what the tradition is. Right. I know for a fact that he will be approved by my family and
and that's one of the things. That's one of the things we don't talk about because.
But that doesn't apply for all. It's just majority of them.
No, yeah. but you're also speaking from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
For a man, we bring new traditions into our families all the time. Mm-hmm. For a woman, it's kind of like they expect you to sustain within the tradition.
No, I think at the end of the day, not just. I think it becomes down to being respectful because. That's something they are familiar with. That's something they do. I don't
want to cut you off, but I don't think respect has anything to do with the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
I get that, but if your parents ask for one thing, which is, a formal tradition. No, seriously.
One thing.
Like, yeah, just
for you to make sure you bond yourself with someone who understands their tradition.
No, meaning it's not even. So I say that being with the Ethiopian man it's easier because he understands the cultural value of it. As for if I were to date an Habesha man, I would have to explain the whole process of it. I barely know the whole process of it, by the way.
And
But
look,
the
in
thing
Nigeria
is that
too.
yes, but the thing is that it's easier for an Ethiopian man to approach my parents from the level that they are. They're from the level that they can comprehend in a sense.
What to say?
Which is there's a proper procedure. Of it.
Even language is easier.
Sure.
Yes,
But
yeah.
if it was non-Abasha, it's like, oh my God, are they gonna like him? Is the style that I selected is gonna be fit? At the end of the day, they're gonna accept it. But the back end of it is more stress, and you have to work hard enough to make sure that he passes the parents' requirement, I guess.
So I know we're going over, but there's a lot. This is good, but it's so one thing I was saying is like with men is. I don't know about every man. I could just talk about myself. With me, I feel like whatever woman I bring into my family, I cannot see them saying to. It's more of a. They're more so trying to adapt that person to our religion, to our tradition, rather than them wanting them to already know the tradition, right?
And that's
so like
that's
for
the
example,
relationship that you
right.
have with them.
Right.
I can't say the same thing with mine.
Is that like a is that a family relationship thing, or is that just like you don't think that it changes per
I've seen my
men
two
and
sisters.
women? You don't think it changes?
I've seen my two sisters get married. I've seen my brother getting married. It's just a repeat of things.
Are they all married to
happens.
Habashas?
Yes.
So that you can't use that as an example.
I have to.
If they were married to someone who wasn't Habasha, how would your family accept
I think I
that?
have to be the one to kind of experience that. And
I told
feel
you that
like
you're a
that would
trendsetter
be-
in your
I
family.
don't want it. I'm good. I like the safe,
hurts.
comfortable, not hurt, like not being accused part.
No,
I'm
it
good.
hurt.
I'm just
It
good
hurts.
where I am
Listen,
right now.
it hurts to be a trendsetter in your family
You
because
see, that's why it's good
when-
to be
when-
single
when
because
you
you ain't
got
gotta be hurt nowhere. Okay?
when you got brothers and sisters and stuff like that, and they're doing everything that your family is telling them to do,
I don't think they did.
and you're and you're the
example,
one who's just like, hey, I just like things a little differently. It hurts to be a trendsetter because what happens is your family.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to meet an Ethiopian man that is the same thinking level that I am right now, like more open diaspora, whatever it is.
Obviously,
If because I can't find that type of person, I am attracted to non-Abasha guys in a sense, especially living in the DMV area. So I feel like I would end up with non-Abasha man, and I'm so disappointing in a sense.
I'm not Habasha, so I don't know. But
He's more Abasha than you guys think. Oh my God, he speaks Amharic. He understands to some extent. Yeah.
Escala.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He
But the
legit
goal,
said, did you hear him, Kush?
the goal
He
is
said Fascalar.
the goal in whatever you're doing is just like
Man.
you do want to keep your family happy.
You
wanna
have to. They're there
you wanna
for you
make sure you want to
forever.
make sure that you're happy also. But it does hurt. Like it does hurt for you to step out of that. And I think families, and I hope that when I grow up and I have kids, I'm not like that. Like
I think at the end they will learn to accept you regardless because that's the decision you made, and they just have to accept you no matter what. It just becomes difficult to just get to that point and pass it.
right.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard.
Of course, nothing
Yeah.
good is easy, so I can understand that.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Thank you for. Is it ended?
We're good.
Okay, thank you guys for joining. I am D, and this is J.
J.
Okay.
J.
Mwah. And whatever backflip,
Am I-
whatever.
am I am I J or am I J?
J.
J.
Yes.
I like J.
Have a good time. Mwah. Thank you for joining.
Thank y'all. We out.